So this is a 7 feet by 8 feet kitchen, and the design style of this kitchen is very retro and vintage with some modern elements. So I'm going to share the design of this kitchen and also do a small kitchen tour. So this is the entryway to the kitchen, and on the left side is a fridge, and here we have the kitchen hob. So this width is 7 feet and the length is 8 feet, and we start with the kitchen drawers here. Here we have the hob. So in the first drawer we have a cutlery tray. So since we have a hob here, having a cutlery tray here is convenient. I don't like to have a cutlery tray exactly in front of the hob because then if somebody is cooking here, then you have to constantly move aside to get spoons, etc. So I like it on one side. Then under that, so below this tray we have a cooker drawer, so where we have different kinds of cooker for veg, non-vegetarian food. We have an idli cooker, and then below this we have the onion and potato tray. So generally for onions and potatoes we have a wicker basket, but here we don't have a wicker basket because as it is, the space is quite small and we needed to keep other things also, and plus we get onion and potato in very small quantity. That's why we don't have a wicker basket here. So next to that we have another tray which is also another drawer which is again close to the hob. So these are the things that I regularly use in the kitchen first thing in the morning. Like there are kadhais for sabzi, there's chakla belan and chai ka bartan. So this is the second drawer, and I love to cook, so we have different kinds of pans for different recipes. Like we have one pan for frying fish, and there's another one for dosa and many other utensils. So this basically pan rack was customized as per our requirement, and then there are the lids for that. We have another drawer which has glasses, etc. So since the kitchen sink is closed and above the kitchen sink we have aqua guard, so having glasses here is very convenient. Below this we have all the bhagonas which we used for dal chawal and for boiling milk, etc. So below that there is another drawer where we have different kinds of rice. So this is basically the basmati rice which we use for pulao, biryani, etc. This is the idli rice which we use for making regular idlis, thatte idli, etc. And this is the red rice that we use for making dosas. So the kitchen platform here is black in color, and actually I wanted a beige colored kitchen platform, but this is what the developer had given us, and we didn't have the time or we didn't want to increase the budget by changing the kitchen platform material, so we have it in black right now. This is a wooden tray which has all the cooking essentials and which we need every time when we cook. Like for example, we have a very interesting glass jar here for oil. So it has all the calibration in mls, and we know exactly the quantity of oil that we are using while cooking. Like for one day, you can make out the quantity of oil that you have used. So this is a very useful glass jar, I think, for oil. And this is available on Amazon. It is from Filmora, I think. And this is for ghee, and this is for jaggery. We have chai and we have sugar. The good thing about it is that we can remove this wooden tray, we can clean here and then put it back. So now here we have a spoon rack. So this one is also from Amazon, and here we have a small plastic chopping board. So generally if we need to cut salad, etc., then we have kept this chopping board here, which is very handy. Otherwise we have a proper metal chopping board which we use for cutting or vegetables, etc. So this is the kitchen platform on one side. So this place is basically used for making rotis. This is the place where we cook, and this is the place where we clean the utensils. Here we have the masala dabba where we keep the regular spices. I'll just show you how we keep it. So we have the haldi powder, namak, rai, jeera in this. So this is one spice box, and then there are some other masalas also, and this is another spice box where we have the khada masalas like bay leaves, cinnamon, etc. So everything is very handy. And then above that we have a collection of cooking oils. So as I mentioned before, I love to cook, so we have different cooking oils for different recipes. Like this is our regular sunflower oil, then this is olive oil that we use for making pizzas, pastas, and this is mustard oil which we use for non-vegetarian recipes, chicken, etc. This is sesame oil which we use for Chinese, and this is extra virgin coconut oil that we use in many of the Maharashtrian recipes. So everything is next to the hob here. So there is another cabinet here which has, so this is basically for storage. So now here we have our pani ka matka, and here we have our aquaguard. So what we've done is we put a granite ledge here, and this cabinet is always closed, so when we want to take the water we can take it directly from here. We don't need to open the cabinet every time, so it's very convenient. So now we have covered one side of the kitchen, and I would like to mention here the style of the kitchen. So basically this is a retro or a vintage style kitchen with some modern elements, and the color of these shutters is powder blue. So this is not a laminate, this is a PU paint, and we've been using it almost for 3 years. So as you can see here, even the handles resonate with this vintage or the retro style of the kitchen. So here we have a chimney, and this is by Faber, and it's a ductless chimney. So there are always two choices when you are buying a chimney. Either you can buy a ducted one or a ductless one. Since we don't have so much space to have a ducted chimney, because then we lose a lot of storage, so we have a ductless chimney here, and I think it's quite efficient and efficient also. So this is the service side of our kitchen, and as you can see, the kitchen platform on this side is a little small because we have a dishwasher here. So we have created more service space on the other side of the kitchen, so I will show that later. So now below the service platform again we have some more drawers, so I'll show you how I have created the storage in such a small space. So like this is one drawer, and we have the regular chawal and atta here. So we have our cups and saucers here, and below this we have the glass dabbas or the containers that we use to storing leftover food. This is our plate rack. So we have melamine plates, glass plates, and here we have a chopper. So this is for chopping large quantity of onions and tomatoes, and this is the chopping board that we use regularly for cutting vegetables. So I also love to bake. So here are all the baking essentials. Basically this is a hand mixie, and these are all the measurement cups and all that which I use which I use while cooking, especially when you are making baking recipes like cake or naan. It's important to use it with proper measurements. So now this is a very interesting attachment. This is the regular cake attachment. This is the dough hook attachment for this. Basically we use it for kneading atta, which we use for naans and kulchas, etc. So that's why. And this is for sifting the flour. This is another interesting buy that I got from IKEA. It's basically for sifting flour, but I haven't used it as yet. So, and this is the weighing scale which we use while making cakes, etc. So this is all the cake equipment. This is an entire line of gadgets, as you can see, and here we have our dishwasher. So I don't use dishwasher regularly. Basically it is I feel that it's not a very useful gadget for me, since you need a lot of time to load all the utensils. So I would prefer to have that a little bit of time after I come home. I would prefer to cook a little bit rather than spend time loading the utensils in the dishwasher. So we have house help to clean the utensils, but yes, this is a good standby. So you can think about buying it if you want to. About that, this is an oven. So this oven is from Cat. This is an extremely important equipment from my side, because I've done a lot of cooking in this, and we have been using this oven for almost 10 years now. So this is from our previous home, and it was basically under the kitchen platform, under the hob. So I feel that if you want to use an oven regularly, I think that it needs to be at an eye level, because if it's under the platform, you have to actually sit down and operate it. So if you want to use oven regularly, so I will attach the picture of lot of recipes, like I cook croissants and cakes, and even non-vegetarian like roasted chicken, pizzas, and everything I cook in this. So I will attach the pictures of whatever I cook in this oven. So I think this is really useful from my point of view. So then here we have our microwave, and we don't use microwave that often. We just use it for heating milk eggs. And then above that we have some storage. So this is a line of gadgets, and then so here in this kitchen we don't have a washing machine. Basically we have created space for washing machine in the passage area next to the guest toilet. So if you want to, I have even there have done some space management, and you can watch that video. I will attach a link of the video in the description box. So now above this we have some more storage. So going with again the vintage style or the retro style kitchen, we have this window pane style shutter. So I am a big fan of retro or vintage style. So again you can see these knobs, they look really pretty, and inside this we have some more storage like dals and everything. Then we have things that we use for breakfast like sevia, poha, sabudana, etc. So it also has these kind of lights. So these utensils, basically these jars have different kinds of atta like jwari, bajri, nachni. So we don't eat regular gehu ka chapatis every day. We swap it with jwari roti or bajri or nachni roti. So in this cabinet we have a mixie. So basically this is also very convenient to use because we have a switchboard here. We get it out, we use it, and then it goes back here. And so this mixie also has a food processor attachment, and we use this while making gajar halwa and all that. So this is also really very convenient. So this is stored right above the mixie. So there is one more interesting thing that I have forgot to show you. There is one tray inside this. So basically this accommodates aluminium foil and cling wraps, etc. So here we have some cooking books. So since I love cooking, I have created different books for different kinds of recipes. Like this is for Indian desserts, and this is for continental desserts, and this is general recipes which I don't cook that often. So sometimes you don't remember these recipes, and it's difficult to memorize all of them. So that's why I have this book where I write down all the recipes that I don't cook that often. So as you can see, in this kitchen we have tried to accommodate mostly everything, but still, since the service counter is small, I have created a small service counter on the opposite side of the kitchen. So I'll just show you that now. Also there is some storage that I needed besides the storage that I have here, so even that I have created on the other side of the kitchen. So now as you can see, this is the entry of the kitchen, and on this side we have created some storage. So these are wooden ledges, and we use it for keeping utensils, especially when you have guests, etc. You have a lot of utensils. So if the service counter is insufficient, then we use this. Also here we can keep things that we buy from the market, and we just need to keep them somewhere. We can keep it here, like vegetables, etc. So everything I keep it here, so that both the kitchen counters are free. And then you have a pani ka jug, and then you have a small watch, and then above this we have some more storage. So below the sink we have used laminate because I was worried that the PU may not be so long lasting, so as to, because a lot of water and all comes from this side, so I was not very comfortable having this in PU. So that is why this is in laminate and this is in PU. Also it's little cost saving because PU shutters are a little bit expensive. Also for the oven, because the oven heats to a very high temperature, so everything here we have kept in laminate because that can take very high temperature. I was not so sure if the PU can take high temperature, so everything around the gadgets is in laminate. So this is the service counter side. If you enjoyed watching the video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, The Better Living, and share with friends and family. That's all for now. Bye.